करुणा सिंधु अधम जनार बंधु श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनार बंधु
Swami Srila Prabhupada Maharaj ki. I want to welcome everyone to the Miami Hari Katha Festival with Srila Gurudev. Thank you everyone for coming here and making this a big success. Srila Gurudev is going to be speaking on the Srimad Bhagavatam this week. Nischintya Prabhu just gave Srila Gurudev a copy of the original printing that when Srila Prabhupada, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada came here from India, the first set of Bhagavatams he brought with this cover and this printing, the original editing in his own hands. And we have made an exact reprint. Nischintya Prabhu has made an exact reprint of the original Bhagavatams printed by Srila Prabhupada in India and brought here to America. And so Srila Gurudev is going to be speaking from these Bhagavatams during this Hari Katha festival. So everyone, please pay close attention to hearing the transcendental sound vibration from the lotus lips of the pure devotee and receive the aroma of the saffron particles from the lotus feet of the Lord on your hearts. Srila Gurudeva ki jai! Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namane Namah Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurani Prachayane Devase Chasundavani Satyajadishachayane Hare Krishna
विष्णुपदाय गौरपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमद्भक्तिप्रज्ञान केशव इति नाम्नि अतिमत्तचरित्राय स्वाश्रितानां च पालिने जीवदुःखे सदार्ताय नाम प्रेम प्रदायिने वञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतिशे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालयै कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। तवैवास्मि न जीवामि त्वया विना इति विज्ञाय राधे तं नैमामचरणन्ति। First of all, my millions of Dandavat Pranam in the lotus feet of my Paramaradhatam Guru Pad Padma, Om Vishnu Pad, Ashtotar Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj. And same millions of Dandavat Pranati in the lotus feet of my Shiksha Guru, Om Vishnu Pad Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj. I am very happy that in Miami, so many devotees are here to hear Hari Katha. Especially Krishna himself descended in this world, taking the beauty and intrinsic mood of Srimati Radhika as Sachinandan Gauri. Why he came? Because we are eternal servant of Krishna. But unfortunately, we are forgotten. From endless birth and death, from the beginning of this creation, we are separated from Him. And still now, we are traveling here, there, in this world, that world, sometimes poor, sometimes like demigods, and searching happiness. But anyone is not happy. If for some time he may be happy, but old day must come. And one day you will have to give up this body. To this body you are thinking myself. But this body is not soul or super soul. This is a bag of urine, blood and stool, so many things. But even we are very much entangled to these sense gratifications. Krishna has mercifully given a very good chance that He has given you this human form, intelligence even. लब्ध्वासु दुर्लभमिदं बहु संभवान्ते मानुष्यम अर्थदम अनित्यम अपि अधीर तूर्णम जतेत न पतेत अनुमत्त जावत निशेषाय विषयो खलु सर्वतः. Very precious human body, and our body is very strong, beautiful. Guru is there. He is coming to your doors and calling you. And Krishna mercy that he has given satsangas like this. Time to time you meet sadhu sangha. But we don't give any importance of this. Neglect. If you will miss turnam jatet na patet anumatte jao. Try to know soul, yourself and super soul. If you are missing, again you will have to go in so many various pieces of life. That is donkey, monkey, hog, shoe, and everything. You will have to must go in these species of life. So, be careful. For this Krishna came. But he did not give process of attending praying. For Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his followers like Rup Sanatan, Goswami and others, they are giving the process. So, all the associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came in the form of Vaishnava Acharyas, merely Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami, and he sent one a disciple, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj, to Western country. And after that, he is inspiring me to come to all these places. So, I think that you should use this human form in proper way. You should realize soul and super soul and the relation between Krishna and us in this life. Otherwise, in other species of life, you cannot. That is why Swamiji came, and in couple of years, he established so many preaching centers in America, then European countries, England and France and other places, in Australia, in Malaysia, everywhere. Even those who are coming only by his grace, reading his books. So, we should try to listen Hari Katha very carefully and also follow. If you will not follow totally, then you cannot realize. So, why our Mam Buddhi Prabhu, Bhagavad Prabhu and other devotees has called me our Mam Buddhi Prabhu will speak 2 words. Why you called? Why Swamiji came?
Hare Krishna. So, Srila Gurudev was asking me to say something. So, unfortunately for everyone, I'll try my best to say something. Srila Gurudev is coming in a tradition of our Gaudiya Acharyas. And this tradition are like flowers on a flower garland. And what is this flower garland? This is the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that his Gauravani, that his desire that all living entities become freed from this material world and be able to go back home to their natural state in their position of the servant of Radha and Krishna. He wanted to give this. And so, by his desire and his followers, we're so fortunate to have come in association of our Gaudiya Acharyas. As Srila Gurudev was explaining, the mercy of Lord Chaitanya is coming down in Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. We're also finding Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Goswami Maharaj. We're finding Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar. We're also finding it coming down to our Srila Gurudev, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who came through this Western world with no money, $5 on a ship, at great hardship, at so old a time, to come to preach, to give this mercy that he has received from his Gurudev, and has received coming from Radha and Krishna down to Lord Chaitanya. This, his desire to preach, his desire to give everyone this opportunity is unfathomable to us. So we're so fortunate that coming down also from Srila Prabhupada, we are seeing now, again, the second time for some of us, we're to see on this planet a pure devotee of the Lord, who in the same preaching manner as our Gaudiya Acharyas is coming at great expense to his own health, at great mercy to keep all of us, his children, inspired, so that we don't become dried up by lack of association. So Srila Gurudev coming here is like a very wonderful thing for all of us. We know it is the most rarest thing in this world to actually have association of pure devotee. So we thank all of you for coming. And for those of us here in South Florida, Srila Gurudev has been here for a month. And it's like the waves of the Ganges is overflooding in South Florida. There are so many of his Angas that are preaching, and now a tidal wave is coming, and this tidal wave of Harinam and Hari Kirtan is sweeping through all of you, and you are all now floating in the nectar of the holy name. Hari
Guru Prabhu will speak to us.
Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur wrote one article about Thakur Bhaktivinoda. And in that article, he said, what are the scriptures? He said, the scriptures are, not to belittle them, are nothing more than the written record of the words that emanate from the lips of self-realized pure devotees. So we're all very fortunate to be able to assemble, just as the sages in Naimisharanya were able to assemble to hear from Sukha Goswami, just as the sages and Maharaj Pariksit were able to assemble and hear from Sukadeva Goswami. We're similarly very fortunate to have come from so many places to also be able to hear the words that emanate from the lotus lips of another sadhu, Acharya, is the Vangari Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj.
Srila Gurudev has ordered me to speak. By his order, I will say a few words, offering my pranams millions of times first to my Diksha Guru, Srila Prabhupada, and then to the lotus feet of my Shiksha Guru, Srila Gurudev. Srila Prabhupada's pranam mantra, Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharyane Nivashesha Shunyavadi Pashtatcha Jazatayane. That Nivashesha Shunyavadi, First, Srila Prabhupada had to come to this country to cut, as Srila Gurudev says, through the jungles of Nirvishesha and Shunyavad, to defeat the thousands of years of Mayavadi philosophy which has come down from the Western religious philosophies like Judeo-Christian philosophy, Muslim philosophy. These religions taught a very impersonalistic concept, and these impersonalistic concepts filtered into all of the philosophy, all of the psychology, all of the education of Western world. So to defeat this Nirvishesha Sunyavadi, Srila Prabhupada had to come first to cut down these jungles of Nirvishesha Sunyavadi. But he also wrote many, many books. And within his books and within his teachings, he also gave Gauravani Pacharya. That the Supreme Personality of Godhead is Brajendranandan Sri Krishna. That his Dham Sri Vrindavan is not different from him. And that the worship that has been conceived by the gopis of Vrindavan is the greatest form of worship, that nothing is superior to this. Srila Prabhupada gave all of these gems, all of these wonderful gems within his books and within his teachings, but it was not easy to access them. It was not easy to access them because we were not prepared at the time. So he sent a great Mahabhagavat, a very dear Shiksha disciple of his, Srila Gurudev, to come to unlock the treasure chest of divine teachings within his books so that we could go and find these gems. My other Shiksha Guru, Srila Gaura Govinda Maharaj, used to say that the ocean is very deep, and at the bottom of the ocean many gems are found. But you have to go very deep. You know, if you don't go very deep and you stay on the surface, all you catch is fish. But if you go very deep, then you can get many gems. But how you will go without a guide? Therefore, Shiksha Guru is required, Mahabhagavat is required to take you deep into the ocean to find the Ratnagarbha, the great gems of transcendental wisdom, the Gauravani Pacharyani. Srila Gurudev has come very mercifully to teach us this great Gauravani Pacharyani, to teach us about Brajendranandan Sham, to teach us about Vrindavandam, and to teach us about Radhadasyam, the great treasure chest of serving Srimati Radharani and the gopis and serving in this mood. This is a very special gift that he has come to bring to us in the Western world and all over the world. And by hearing the transcendental sound vibration from the lotus lips of the pure devotee, the Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 20th chapter, 25th verse, teaches us that the transcendental sound vibration from the lotus lips of the Lord purifies the hearts of the living entity by carrying the aroma of the saffron particle, Shuddhakana, into the hearts of the living entities. And by purifying them gradually, under the guidance of the Mahabhagavat, one can achieve transcendental realization of all the truths of Gauravani. So we are very fortunate to have Srila Gurudev here. Srila Prabhupada says in the purport to the 2nd canto, 3rd chapter, 24th verse, that one must study the transcendental Vedic literatures under the direct guidance of a self-realized soul. Failing this, one cannot understand the secrets of the Vedic literature. So we are very fortunate that we have our dear Srila Gurudev coming here to teach us this great transcendental knowledge. As he said, Srila Prabhupada asked him to do this, and under Srila Prabhupada's direction, he has come here to do it. We are very, very grateful, and we cannot repay you the debt that we owe you for having come here to teach us, even in your advanced age. So we thank you so much, Srila Gurudev, for coming to teach us. Srila Gurudev ki jai! Srila Prabhupada ki jai!
Sripad Jalakar Prabhu is very Prachi, senior devotee. He has said, his Gurudev, he should speak something. Jalakar Prabhu, you?
Can everyone turn off their cell phones, please? So we have no more cell phone services. Thank you.
Srila Gurudev has ordered me to speak. I'm not qualified to speak, Actually, I'm terrified to speak also. I've been very fortunate in my life. I can only speak about myself. I don't know anything else. I've been very fortunate in my life to have two great relationships. The first was with Srila Prabhupada, who very kindly accepted me as his disciple and saved me. But I was a young boy, and I couldn't really have a close relationship with Srila Prabhupada. And there were so many older people, more qualified, I felt afraid to get too close. So then, one day in 1999, His Divine Grace Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayana Maharaj manifested himself in my home. And he was very kind to me, and I had many questions, and he patiently answered all of those questions. And I used to cause great distress to Sripad Madhav Maharaj and Sripad Brajanath Prabhu, because I would always be there talking to him and asking him questions, and I would be there during the massage, and Gurudev was supposed to be relaxing, and he would be talking to me. And they would say, Gurudev needs to relax, you can't talk with him right now. Eventually they banned me from being there. But he was so kind to me. There's no reason to be kind to me. I have no talents, nothing special. But by his mercy, he has helped me to have some little bit of understanding of the absolute truth. For that, I cannot refuse his order. I am his surrendered servant, and I am so happy that he's kindly accepted me as his Siksha disciple. Thank you, Srila Narayana Maharaj, Srila Gurudev, for being kind to me. And thank you so much for coming here to Florida again for us all. Thank you very much.
Where is Nishkinchan Prabhu? Nishchint Prabhu. You should come. You speak something. More louder.
So Gurudev has asked me to say something, and I find it very hard at this time to say anything. I am very choked up. That he has once again come and given us His mercy. I really can't say anything. If you let me speak, I'll speak. We are very fortunate. I myself have some little understanding, some little realization of how fortunate that we are. Srila Prabhupada was here. We were all in great ecstasy, and then he left, and we were not in such ecstasy anymore. And then, without any of us asking him, no, as far as I know, none of us really invited Srila Gurudev to come. I think he was ordered by his own spiritual master and Srila Prabhupada to come and help us. So we cannot actually understand our good fortune. Every now and then I get some glimpse of how fortunate I've become. Every now and then. And my request to everyone is that you also try very hard to serve Srila Gurudev, and you will also get some understanding of what he is giving. And you cannot, it is really impossible to describe. And one time Srila Gurudev grabbed me and he whispered, he says, "You cannot repay me." And in the set of books I have given him, I ended it with that my understanding is that these books were originally printed by Srila Prabhupada in India in 1962, 63, 64. And when he set sail for America, my understanding it was Srila Gurudev who arranged for them to be shipped with Srila Prabhupada. So from the very beginning, we should understand that even before many of us were even a twinkle in our daddy's eyes, that Srila Gurudev was serving very intimately our spiritual master Srila Prabhupada, and that from the very beginning he was helping Srila Prabhupada help us. And now we are very fortunate that twice a year he is traveling all over the world, despite so much inconvenience, despite his health. He is coming and giving us mercy, more mercy, most mercy. And we can all taste this mercy. We should not, I ask the devotees, do not become bliss bunnies. You just hop around and come to see Gurudev, hear a few things, and then hop back. Listen to what Srila Gurudev has to say, and somehow or another, in your heart, try and find what Gurudev wants you to do. My understanding is that there is only one question that one should ask the spiritual master. How may I serve you? And if we serve our spiritual master very nicely, I myself, like I said, am getting some little realization. And I think that I am the most unqualified person. And if I can get some little realization and it can bring tears to a wicked person's eyes, you will all benefit greatly by hearing the Hari Katha from Srila Guru.
দুটা তো কীর্তন করতে পারে, করতে পারে। ও হ্যাঁ, he should do.
अक्रोध परमानंद नित्यानंद राय, अभिमान शून्य हित नगरी बिराय। अक्रोध परमानंद अक्रोध परमानंद नित्यानंद राय, अभिमान शून्यानित नगरी बिराय। अक्रोध परमानंद नित्यानंद राय, अभिमान शून्यानित नगरी बिराय। अधम पतित जीवे मारे मारे किया, हरि नाम महामंत्र पीछे ना दिलैया। अधम पतित जीवे मारे मारे किया, हरि नाम महामंत्र पीछे ना दिलैया। नित्यानंद राय अभिमान शून्य निताय नगरी विराय परमानंद नित्यानंद राय अभिमान शून्य तो बोली नित्यानंद घूमे गड़ी जाए सोनार पर्वत जेना घूला के सोनार पर्वत जेना घूला के परमानंद नित्यानंद राय अभिमान शून्य निताय नगरी तारे चारो रात्रि ना जमेलो लोचन बोले श्री पापी एलो हार गेलो लोचन बोले श्री पापी एलो हार गेलो परमानंद नित्यानंद राय अभिमान शून्य निताय नगरी अधम पतित जीवे मारे द्वारे किया हरि नाम महामंत्र पीछे ना दिया अधम पतित जीवे मारे द्वारे किया हरि नाम महामंत्र पीछे ना दिया अक्रोध परमानंद नित्यानंद राय अभिमान शून्य निताय नगरी बोलिए श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की सचिनंदन गौर हरि की निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल
Sri Krishna entered in his Aprakrit Vrindavan, left this world. Kalyug, iron age came at once. So all the rishis, Mahashis were very, very much worried. Kalyug is very suffering you. People will be not more than 100 years age. All will be engaged in sense gratifications. Ladies and male both will give up their religion, always in sense gratifications. What to so all Indian sadhus realize Vaishnava. They came to Naimisharanya. There all the rishis were there. And they began to discuss to do. They told to Sutta Goswami that you everything your Gurudev Goswami. You are intelligent. You know, but you know all Purans, Pancham Ved, Bharat, everything you know. Very intelligent. Praya Ayusha Sabya class means Yuge Jana Mandasu Manda Matayo Manda Bhagya. The people of the Kali Yuga, their life very if we can that 100 years age, but half age goes in 20 years from 80 to too old. We cannot do anything. And childhood to 20, it takes so much to learn how to maintain our life. Thus, this uncontrolled, what they can do. You are sadhu. How our soul will be happy? Jayatma, Jena, Atma. They are not asked for body happiness, because they know we are how our soul can be happy. And Swami went to his Gurudev and began to tell something what he had from his Gurudev. And Gurudev has read from his father and Guru Kunsan Parodharma Adhokkaje Hetukya Apratihata Jatma Samprasya. He is telling that living beings, there is a Paramadharma, not material dharma. Bhakti in the Lord feet, Adhoksha Swami Krishna. Without any reason, Apratihata. And by saying that Adhoksha out and bhajan means words. And then by serving, we this is Manupurak of Chaitanya by the mercy of Srila Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Srila Swami had given Vilasit Dhyan Karmadhyan Anukulle Nanusila. It covers what before had been told after. Very good definition. What is you? Yes.
Gurave Daya Radhikaya Krishna Bhaktano. Sri Rupa Goswami fulfilled the hadith of Radha Nomi Krishna of the completion of Radha Krishna. He gave definition of Pari Bhakti. Of course, definitions have been given. Swami collected everything that was in them and before. So very quickly, Anya Vilasita Anukulena Krishna Bhakti Uttama. We've heard this many times from Guru how each has so many different meanings. But Rupa Goswami has a definition of Uttam Bhakti or pure devotion. It is characterized by Swaruplakshana, intrinsic symptoms, Bahiranga, some symptoms. Vilasita Sunyam. At first, that pure should be completely devoid of any material desire, desire elevation to the heavenly planets, for yogic perfection, any type of material in this world, any type of desire in the heavenly planets. Anya Vilasi Sunya. Sunya means therefore Bhakti, one of the first things you have to see is that it is devoid of any touch of desire. Bhakti Niskam Shanti Sakala. Only the devotee is completely without desire, doesn't desire anything, therefore he has no lust. All desires that are fulfilled and for the pleasure of Krishna. Therefore Bhakti must be devoid of any self-interest. Last, and one may ask, now the last sita. Sita means, Swami has said, in time, for example, Draupadi Devi being stripped naked by the sun. That time was she prayed, Krishna Rakasaranam Hari. Hey Krishna, shame. So Rupa Goswami, even though it appeared to be some type of for one's own interest, for Draupadi to protect womanly chastity, because it's not devoid of pure bhakti. Therefore, Anyavilasata Suna Karmadi Navrit. The purity should not be covered by or karma. So Guru Maharaj explains many types. One means knowledge. Without knowledge, one cannot exist. Even to eat, tie my shoelace, even the car is one of knowledge. Therefore, one cannot be without knowledge, but knowledge cover bhakti. It should be used in a way that is Bhagavan. Generally, there are two types of knowledge in regards to spiritual topics. One is tattva. That means knowledge of my position as a servant of the Supreme Lord. Knowledge of Maya Tattva, Tattva, Jiva, Ishvara Tattva. This Tattva gyan in relationship to Krishna should not be given up. But the Tattva should be completely given up. Brahma Atma Eka. That knowledge of Jiva does not admit there's any separation between himself and Bhagavan. But we see impersonalism, Advaitavad. That Advaitavad should not be in the last sense, like the Brijbasis, they're the complete example of not even knowledge of Krishna's Supreme Personality of God. If a Gyani Pashanamante Vajivakaratam Baladiya, even that knowledge that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, even cover our bhakti and in the hearts of Vasis. So knowledge should not be, it should be done in a favorable way towards the Lord. Dry knowledge cannot help, for that has been rejected. And karma anavitam, without karma, one can live in this. For example, here, I'm in a car, I'm doing something, I need to pay for the festival, etc. Karma, because it's used in favorable for the servant of Guru Vaishnava. Karma means anything we do for our own, to taste the fruit. So I'm working day and night, money, 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 sunshine sweeter than honey, and I have no time for my bhakti, covering our devotion. Therefore, both knowledge and karma used in a way that's favorable to it should not bhakti. Krishnanu Silanam means to cultivate. Therefore, Bhav Rupa, one should cultivate activities by the body, mind, and word, by the cultivation of emotions for Krishna. So why? So short, so I'm quickly giving. Guru Maharaj says there's extension of the definition. Extension of the definition. Anukule. For example, when when Ravan was with Ram is also beard push, also likes a good fight. The time when Ravan was fighting, Ram felt one type of happiness. So one can be called bhakti because activities are giving happiness. But our Vishnu God, no. He's actually fighting to kill Ram. He's not fighting to give happiness to Ram. Therefore cannot be called. And an other definition is, for example, she sees Krishna in dirt, his ear and slaps him. Krishna is crying. She asks, what type of bhakti is this? Is giving pain to the Supreme Godhead. They cannot be called bhakti. Vishnu Chakravati. The mother soul is beating, then he'll become sick. Therefore, her beating of Krishna for Krishna's benefit. Therefore, all these things Rupa goes on, but there should be some. some cultivation. Only not against mood towards Krishna, bhakti, because a tree has mood towards Krishna, but it's not anything for Krishna. It means the cultivation of by body, mind, words, transcendental actions. Anu many meanings. Anu means continuously. Like one time on Sunday, like a continuous money from a jar, it's unbroken. Most importantly, Anugatya, guidance of Guru. We should not why I'm chanting Harinam, this is called because bhakti is not activity of the material mind activity. It's the bridge on secret. So the tendencies of Krishna and the activities of Krishna are not material. Krishna says, my ability beyond material nature and nature, therefore, along form bhakti. Bhakti should be done under the of a liberated soul. One more last thing. Saraswati Thakur, when he went to India, the devotee said, Gurudev, would you be a great devotee of Ram? He was such a great, he was run over by a train, he's cut off, but he was still chanting Ram. Would you like him? So Asa, that's my Gurudev, spiritual master, he said, yes, I always like to meet the devotees. So when that man came to Thakur asked, whose guidance are you serving? Are you serving Lord guidance of Hanuman or Satrugna or that man said, I'm only concerned with so Bhakti Siddhanta give pranam, you have it all. Most bhakti under the guidance, liberated soul of a guru, then our bhakti has all of these and a few more start, then this can be called Uttam Bhakti or pure.
Something.
I have a question. Sripad Damodar beating Krishna.
Never. He only showed some. I will be. Never. So, we should try whatever do for Krishna, for the feet of Krishna. Then, Laukiki here, worldly activity. Krishna. What is favorite Krishna? Strongly do. What is not to Krishna? Go to Krishna, we should give up. So, doing bhakti like this. Vasudevi bhakti yoga prayogi jana vairagya hai to come. If an is strongly what very shown and by Tattva, Radha Tattva, Prem Tattva, Bhakti Tattva, all kinds of Tattva, you know. And they worldly things. They come. It comes that you should think that there is something in or surely not even drop of and any symptom that where is bhakti. So try various. If some worldly things, desire does not, then you are not Shuddha. Or bhakti is not Shuddha. And Tattva Gyan is called all kinds of Tattva Gyan. They used to be Prahlad Maharaj. He was in the our mother 6 years he heard from Narayana. That is the earth. He knows everything. If no gap anywhere and hold in our body. So try to repair. Dharma swanisthita pulsam same katha. No yadiratim sramaya kevalam. Dharma swanisthita. If you are there is in Harikatha here, then everything. Jnana, Vairagya and things will not come. So first test in here will come. But Kavidas Tattam Jnanam Advayam Neti Paramatmeti. So Sutta Goswami do know all kinds of tattva. Advaya Jnana Tattva. Jnana Tattva. Brahma, Paramatma, and Swami. Okay. What is that? You should carefully hear.
Om Jnanam Janasavana Chaksamilitam Yena Sri Gurave. Gurudev has ordered me to speak a few words spoken by Goswami. Yanti tat tattva tattvam yash jnanam prame paramatmeti Bhagavan iti. Bhagavan Sri is Advaya Gyan, that is, he's one without a complete feature, Bhagavan. Then his partial manifestations are Paramatma, the super soul of everyone's heart, and Brahma, the all-living, colorless but substance, which all the Vaikuntha planets like the spiritual space. Our Srila Prabhupada gives an analogy of a hill under these three features. Same very far, the hill is like a cloud. Then one comes closer, and one sees something green. When one comes close to the hill, then he sees so much shrubs and trees and plants and so many varieties. From very far away, the absolute truth appears Brahman, the all-pervading aspect of the Supreme Lord. Coming close, one understands him as a super soul in his heart and in every atom. And when one comes close, one strays the sadhusanga and hears from above and Shastra, then he understands that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, with horrible stations of incarnations, his original expansion, his stations like Karuna Vishnu and Kiradaksha Vishnu and Garbha Vishnu, incarnations like Raja, Stringa, Varaha. Another analogy is given of a train. The train seen from far away, just like a light. From close up, like a big piece of metal. And from very close, enters, then one reads in newspapers and things. Also the sun, when one sees the sun from very far, just effulgence. Closer understanding, the sun disk over one's head, and enters the planet and meets the God. That's like Bhagavan. Srila Jiva gives a very interesting understanding of this verse and Paratattva. That is, somebody may that has to say that Bhagavan is non-dual, one without truth. So there are three ways of that he is dual. Somebody may say, well, he has part of his body is dual. But although in our body cannot function, another part, Supreme Bhagavan Sri Krishna, his every limb of his body can act for every limb. What is that verse? Anganiyas Andriya Vritti Manti has the full function of every other limb. He can accept food with his lotus feet when the devotee puts foodstuffs to his lotus feet. He can also eat hearing by his ears when the devotee opens the mantra Naivadyam Srim Klim Hare Krishna. All of the parts of the body can act with the full-fledged function of the heart. And then somebody may say that he has so many various incarnations. That's dual. No. Swami explains the duality there. As he explained in Gita, all Lord Krishna is like, he's Kalachandra, he's the supreme moon. Aniyamenatista, Nanavataram Bhuvaneshu Kintu, Krishna Swasamabhava Pramanayo, Indam Adipurisham Bhajami. There's a moon, but there's a half moon, full moon, a quarter, a new moon. Somebody may say there are different moons, 15 different moons going to the moon and 15 different moons going to the new moon. But actually there's only one moon. It's either fully or it's not fully. Then I may say, okay, between Krishna and energies, there's no difference. Shakti Matayor Ave. Bhaktivinoda Thakur has explained in Shiksha that both the living entity and this material energy are obviously one with and different from but never different. They're always in Lord's existence. The Lord is Shakti Matayor Avedo, non-different from his Swarupi. And that Shakti has difference as intermediary, as marginal energy, and as the material. And spirit has different functions as Sandini, as and as Lini. She is all one complete energy. Energy is non from the supreme energy source. I have energy. I can throw anything, I can move, and energy is non-different from me. So Srila Jiva has established these three non-differences. The Supreme Lord is the one second truth, and this was explained by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his teachings to Sri Goswami, that all the features of the Lord are his experience, but the Adyan Paratattva, Jendra Nandan, the worship of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Viswanath Thakur says, I have no other opinion than Mahaprabhu that around Vrajesha Tadavana, the supreme absolute without a second is Brajendra Nandan Shakti. This Dham, Vrindavan, is also not different. The of the Brahmanis is the and the this is Srimad Bhagavatam. Prema and Raj Prema, the ultimate goal of life, highest benefit for the living. This is the teaching of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I have no other, don't accept anybody else but his.
The purport of or very that is, any one has no separate existence in Sri Ram Nishingadev manifestation of Krishna. Krishna comes in that form. Ram Vrindavan, Gopadika, power of Krishna. Whole world created by whom? Karnapnisha. Coming. So, from Gyan Tattva, like Brahma, Angakanti of Krishna, and Paramatma, Sakshi, and Krishna, and this in brief thing. Munayo and Vairagya Gita Pasya Atmani Anam Bhakta Gita. So, for me, so many reasons has realized this thought, and they are after Gita. Now and doing that. Swakatha Punya Samadhi Hridyantas Madra. These are the main in Srimad Bhagavatam. And every explanation of the
Om Mirandasya Jnananjana Chakshu Militam Yena Sri Gurave Namaha. So Srila Guru has been narrating the second chapter, first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, of their, and Srila Sutta Swami is going to explain the full effect of hearing the message of Srimad Bhagavatam. In 5 shlokas, the gradual progress that takes place in the heart of anyone who hears this message from our source. So he tells Svakata Krishna Shravana Kirtana Hridiyam Hyabhadani Noti Suhridam. Here Srila Sutta Goswami that the message of Srimad Bhagavatam is called Krishna Katha. Topics about Krishna. Svakata. It is about the Supreme Personality of Bhagavan, who is the topmost absolute. Rinvatam Svakata Kirtana. Anyone hears it is the spiritual activity can perform, and the Supreme Personality of Krishna himself, who is situated with Hridyanta. He is the heart as the wishing friend of every living entity. And when that someone is attempting to hear about him, immediately he takes note. And Hridyanta Bhadrani Vidhi. Now he begins to cleanse the heart of all Bhadras. That means something that is not Bhadra, not auspicious, not helpful, not desirable in our heart. The point is this: why would so many anya abhi, so many other material desires? We have these contaminations within the heart. But the power of Srimad Bhagavatam is hearing from the pure source authority. Sri himself cleanses those desires within the heart. And then Praeshu Abadhu Nityam Bhagavati Uttama Shlo Bhaktir Bhavat Naishtiki. By regularly performing Bhagavata Seva, Nityam Bhagavata Seva, then a person begins to really hear this message of Bhagavatam, not just once a week, once a month, really constantly absorbed in hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam, Nitya Sevaya. Also, he is serving the personality who is called the person Bhagavatam, the personification message of Srimad Bhagavatam. He is performing to the pure devotion of Krishna, who has this pure love for Krishna. So, by this process, almost all of contaminations were cleansed away. And then, Bhavati Naiti. He comes to the level where his bhakti, devotion to the Supreme Lord, is no longer unsteady. It is no longer affected by so many other pursuits and desires. It becomes Naishtiki Bhakti. Now it becomes fixed bhakti. And then, Tada Kama Lobha Chaye Chaitanya Anavitam Siddhati. Now the effect that has been causing all the problems, spiritual realization, which is the lower mode of nature, and Rajaguna, this causes the heart full of lust, anger, illusion, envy, and lower desire. So, by this process of that influence of the laws of nature will be removed, and then now the person's spiritual consciousness becomes unaffected by lower modes of nature, and now he becomes situated in pure goodness and precision. He becomes very satisfied, no longer hampered, no longer is harassed by all of her desires and effects. Prasanna manas bhagavad bhakti bhagavad mukta sangasya ayate. His mind prasanna becomes very satisfied, very peaceful from all desires and evam prasanna bhagavad bhakti yogata. This is real pure to Bhagavan. In fact, Gurudev Koka, Vasudevi Bhakti Yoga Prayojik, that just by performing automatically the influence of pure in the heart will arise, also renunciation and detachment. So now the devotee to this level where evam prasanna manaso bhakti yogata bhagavad vigyan, he is now really Bhagavad Tattva of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and Mukta Sangha. Now he becomes liberated from the effect of material nature. He becomes a soul within this world, a lotus flower standing in the water, untouched. He is not affected by the lower modes of nature. Now he enters into a mental position. And then Vidyate Grant Chitte Sarvaya Chiyane Chasya Karma Drishta Eva Ishvare. Vidyate Granthis. In the heart, there was not. In everyone's material world, it was like a knot in the heart, very difficult to undo the knot. But by the power of this pure bhakti, by this message of Srimad Bhagavatam, Vidyate Hritis, this knot is pierced in the heart, and samshaya, doubts are removed. Now he's firmly because he has tattva. He's realized his relationship with the Lord. And now te chasya karmi, now his repetition of death, the karmic is now, and drishta manishvare, he sees within his heart Shri Lord, personality, Godhead, and now whole life is one of absolute devotion and surrender to him. By the Srimad Bhagavatam, by hearing this message of Bhagavatam, the guaranteed effects, but it is essential to hear from the proper source, proper authority, who realize the message of Srimad Bhagavatam.
So, Srimad Bhagavatam is essential. Parikshit Maharaj, in 7 days, you only heard Harikatha. What is he hearing? Again, went up to the he told to her, his mother, Uttara, oh, don't think Krishna as Lord Supreme, like your beloved, like gopis, they think that Krishna is my beloved. So you should do like this. In 7 days, we hear these pastimes, up to and more, Brahma, other things. What will happen? Fear will come. And thus, gradually, opportunity to follow all others. Sometimes Maharaj has no time. Heard so strongly and gets that in 7 days. Went to Vrindavan like that. Premanande Krishnadas.
जय कृष्ण प्राणमो जुगल कृष्ण प्राणमो जुगल कृष्ण प्राणमो जुगल জীবনে নাহি জীবনে জীবনে গতি আর Hare Rama,